What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Break Zone. I'm JT.
I'm Lawrence.
And we're here giving you live coverage of the Square Enix Petit Cup here in Los Angeles, California. We're just about to start round 5. And Laurent, talk to me about some of the players that we're about to see. On what we're expecting to see. It looks to be kind of cold.
Just a little bit. I don't know if we've been cranking up the AC today, but there's a lot of ice. Ice finally lost a round last round.
Right, yes, I haven't seen that.
But I think this time, ice is going to come out on top. I don't know which side of ice, but at least one of them will.
Right, and we're seeing a predominant amount of ice here in the meta. And maybe that's just indicative of how Opus 4 has really affected ice in general. They got a little bit of help in Opus 3. They didn't get a lot of help in the beginning of Opus 2 until people started to find out that Renoa is really, really good.
Oh yeah, Renoa.
Other than that, you're not getting a lot of help with Opus 2. Opus 4, it looks like everyone is really enjoying the Final Fantasy 6 characters that are found in ice. Like Celeste, we get Setzer, we get Locke, we get Sid. The other Sid is not 6, but it's just as good. The monster Sid is just as good.
Right.
You know, you're getting a lot of value there. Value was something that ice definitely needed. Right, and we've seen things with fire as well. Hopefully, we're going to see a little bit of that into our next round. So, we're going to take you straight to our next round, round 5. Players are about to start, so thank you for joining us, and we're about to go in.
Starts now.
All right, so here we go. We're going to play a little bit of a mono ice versus fire ice. We're going to have a good time with this. So, starting off with Swiss round 6. Look at their hands.
All right, let's see what we got here. We've seen Alejandro earlier in our stream before. He is now piloting. He's still piloting Mono Ice. This is Chris's first time here on stream. He is piloting Fire Ice. Let's see how Fire Ice deals with what we already know to be a very aggressive tempo deck that Alejandro is piloting.
Yeah, Alejandro, if you remember him from earlier, was playing the Ghoul deck when he used it to very efficiently, very aggressively.
Okay, so it looks like we're pitching a Genesis into a no-value Jill, and then we're pitching a Vivi into a Marauder. Now, Marauder is kind of an interesting card. We have Alejandro pitching a Snow into what looks like a Sid backup, which is the monster backup, and we'll bring some of these cards up for our viewers to take a look at. Lou, talk to me a little bit about that Sid backup and
so the Sid
why it's so
backup
good.
is actually very good in conjunction with monsters. Two ice CP, and it cannot be broken by opponent's abilities. If you duel and break it, you can bring back a monster card from your break zone into play. At this point, looks like Marauder flipped a Ghoul off the top.
Wow, and we know that
Alejandro really likes using his
that Ghoul. It looks like, and we're gonna get a Kuja. Wow, a lot of tempo in this match.
This might hurt.
This is really gonna hurt. It's gonna put Alejandro down because even if he brings out a forward, that Kuja's gonna be able to deal with it, and we know how much he likes that Ghoul.
I don't even know if he's gonna even need Kuja to slow down anything.
Slow anything down.
Marauder's big
but it's
enough
okay
as
because you know what? Oh well. The Ghoul isn't in his damage break zone, so he can't use that Sid.
He cannot.
So let's see what he does. He's gonna pitch another Snow. Wow.
No, maybe.
Oh, he's gonna Shiva
the Kuja
by playing the Snow. And see what is he gonna do here. I would have definitely kept the Snow and the Shiva to
I don't know.
don't
At this
freeze
point,
two guys.
At this point, I think he's definitely worried about blocking. The Snow would not be a very effective blocker against Marauder. Marauder coming in at 1k, but when he attacks, goes up to 8,000 more power. Oh, and there you go. He's going to do extra damage.
He's going to do the extra damage and break both of them.
There you go.
Wow.
It's that Terra deck.
The Terra deck is strong right there. That is a very, very strong move over. We saw him do this in the first time he was on the stream.
Yes, he did.
It's just an amazing move, especially now that you have more Terras to use. Chris only has one backup. He's going to play into that Snow. Let's see what he's doing here.
Okay.
I like that move.
And
I think that Snow is going to handily deal with that Terra on the attack swing. You know,
I don't know. I mean, if Alejandro can come back and put another forward out,
he needs to put another forward out.
then he'll just attack with a Terra, and then
He's
it's
gonna
like,
attack
okay,
with
well,
that.
let's
Okay,
play
that's fine. Both players are
You
now
hit me,
at
I
1
hit you
damage.
back.
What's he gonna do here? Looks like he has another Terra in his hand. Is he gonna do the same thing?
Not quite sure. Let's take a look.
Nope. He's going to go ahead and search for probably a Terra if he's gonna try to crack that again.
All right, let's take a look. He's definitely got choices available to him.
Is he gonna grab that Celis? He does have a lot of choices. He can grab a Setzer to grab another forward if he wanted to do so. He can grab a lock because he has two.
Because if
Final
Chris has
Fantasy-
been playing so aggressively, the lock would actually not be a bad choice.
Right. He's gonna grab the Celis. Why wouldn't you grab a Setzer?
I mean, I think at this point he doesn't want to go into. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is a good question. It could really go either way.
Right. Why wouldn't I would grab a Setzer. Maybe I'm missing something here, but I would.
But well,
it's kind of like
true.
the whole FF9, right? You don't want to. You always grab the Steiner so you can grab an Echo to grab a Zidane. Or one of
not
the
always,
other.
not always. I mean, it's a
Like, you wanna
combination
go
of
three,
it.
right?
It depends. If you don't need to play any more backups, then you just go straight into the Zidane, and that's just
Right.
fine. Or sometimes you just want to leave the Steiners to flip EX off the top, so you go
Sure.
Ico into Zidane.
But if you're ramping,
If you already had a FF9.
right? Okay.
If you're
So-
ramping, it depends. He might not be ramping. Right now, he might be trying to
He
just.
might not be.
trying to push for the
it's
damage.
Chris's turn right now. He's going to go ahead and attack with the snow and put another point of damage on there. With the Shiva, that's definitely helpful.
All right.
And Vivi doing some damage.
But that EX Shiva is going to deal enough for the snow.
Wow. It is an EX burst. Shiva is going to deal just enough to crack that snow.
I think at this point it's 6,000 damage on that
Right.
Shiva.
Let's take a look at that Shiva because I find it to be really interesting because Ice predominantly doesn't do a lot of damage in terms of summons. So it's pretty cool to take a look at that Shiva. I believe the other Shiva is the Opus 1 Shiva that also does damage.
Correct. The Opus 1 Shiva is a 1 ICP for 5,000 damage. But this one deals substantial amount, especially as the game goes on and you use more of your initial Shivas.
Right.
It can actually come out to be quite relevant.
And we have Chris dropping down a stage
Renoa.
to play into a Renoa. And Renoa is such a strong
that was a
card.
Renoa on Chris's end.
Yep.
And,
then now
that is a Time Mage,
Time Mage on
Alejandro's
Alejandro's
side.
side. Right. Now it's back to Chris. Alejandro's got 3 points of damage on him. Got to get rid of that Terra somehow.
Well, that Renoa is going to be problematic as well.
Renault's going to be problematic, that's true. But it's not problematic until Chris has enough forwards to deal fatal.
Correct.
Right? So you need to wait to use that Renoa until it's a binary decision on Alejandro's end where he has to block or lose the game. And it puts him further into the hole.
Well,
right?
looks like he's deciding if he wants to pop the Vivi, maybe not.
Is he going to pop the VV to kill the
The Terra.
Is it going to be enough?
After that, he's only going to be left with one backup and a Renoa.
Right.
Looks like he's doing it.
It looks like he's going to go ahead and pitch the Sage to do that. No? Well,
Yeah, he is.
Oh, there we go. That's how he's going to just go ahead and play the burn on the VV without using its special. In terms of using fire, he's going to play the Shulky into the cloud
There you go.
to ping the rest of it. That's a fantastic play right there. And now he's going to go ahead and get another point of damage, and he has firm control of the board. That is a really strong play right there. I like the Shulky into the cloud to get that extra ping after burning the VV.
Definitely, that way he saved himself a card and he was able to do
Right.
just enough.
And at this point, I would always attack with Renoa because even if you bring somebody out, he's going to have to either lets it through or faces fatal.
Correct.
Right? So this is the point where Renoa really, really starts to shine. Because you have fatal on the board and your opponent is forced into a binary yes or no. If you let it through, he's one step closer to dying. You put out another forward and it's even further in. If he doesn't let it through, he blocks it, he's gonna take fatal.
And
Celeste comes in and Dole and freezes that. Renoa.
That's actually quite big.
It's not as bad because if you're playing with fire, there's definitely ways to crack that Renoa with your own skill, with your own abilities.
That's correct, but at this point he also would not be really swinging for lethal,
Right.
quite yet.
I think right now it's best for Chris to just kind of hang tight. He needs to build up some cards. Celeste isn't going to go ahead and swing due to the fact that he's going to die, and then you're going to wait out that freeze on Renoa.
Correct.
Right, so I would definitely wait here. And either increase... that's
actually,
fine.
Oh, the Kuja is going to help
Kuja's
out
going to definitely help a lot.
That would be...
Yes.
We've seen him do work before, and it might be another one of those days.
Right, let's see what he can do here, because Alejandro needs to bring out 2 forwards to do something, or at least
one.
At least one. Gonna go ahead and bring out a Devout. That might be one turn too late. We'll see.
Not really sure.
We're not sure yet. He's counting on that Devout to bring back something else.
Oh, with that Renoa,
I
though.
think that Time Age is going to come into play.
I think Time Age is only during your turn, though.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
This might be it.
This might be it.
Kuja coming in.
I would swing with Kuja and
Doling
Dole.
the Celis.
Doling the Celis.
And the rest of...
I wouldn't even Dole with Jill. I would discard a card to Dole. And then use the Jill to freeze.
Not even needed.
Oh, he's going to take that damage. Looks like he's going to flip that card over. He's thinking about it.
Do you think that's the Lair in hand, perhaps?
I don't know. I don't know. He's going to flip over that Sarah. Definitely swing with the Renoa.
Wow, that's the 6% damage, perhaps?
Right. He's going to go ahead and Shiva the Renoa. Dealing... Let's see how much. It might be just enough to kill that Renoa.
Only needs to be 7, so only 1 Shiva in the break, and it would have been enough. Oh.
And I believe that is game. That is game. Wow. And we see Fire Ice coming out on top. It was just a really, really strong move. I think the play of the game was actually the VV into the Shulky, into the cloud.
Completely. That just turned the tides. I mean, sometimes that's the thing about playing the low CP, fast and aggressive game is that usually you just get by just enough.
Just enough,
You're just gonna do just enough.
Right.
You're not trying to go over the top. You're not trying to play like the Celis, the pump backups that give you 1,000 power. You're trying to just get by, just sneaking those points early, and just quickly finish it. And it's proved itself in 2 rounds in a row.
You know, we've seen Fire Ice be just such a good combination of both. Right. It's quick with the fire, and when you're adding in things like Godot and Shulky, they're just as fast. But what I really liked about how Chris approached this match was he actually waited to use some of that tempo. He actually played the Renoa. He actually used the Kuja at the right times. And I find that to be really, really interesting as how he can control the actual tempo of the game with cards he already knows he can do it with. And even though Alejandro is trying to do his thing, I don't think Chris lost control of that board at any time during that match. Right?
No, he did not.
The
Celis coming in did.
The Celis was a bit of a wrinkle, but he didn't lose. He didn't wrestle control back.
No.
He didn't have any of the things that he usually used to play. He didn't have the rules. He pitched all of his snows. You know, and it's really aggressive, but when you're going with ice aggression, and then you have another deck that's going with fire and ice aggression, that fire has a little bit of extra over that mono ice.
It has a little more versatility, being more flexible, having access to more cards. I won't say that it's always better or stronger in this sense. I mean, it's unfortunate that Alejandro had to play out Devouts when he didn't have really good targets to crack it back, and the fact that Devout did not really affect the board state very much at that point, and instead he started taking some more damage. So that really hurt. The Terra Wipe was awesome though.
The Terra Wipe was amazing.
Yeah,
that's
I'm
amazing.
loving that play.
I dig that play. I thought it was really strong.
Yeah.
Just right off the bat, just stopping that early aggression, and on top of that, you're getting another forward out after blasting 2 other forwards.
Yes,
I think that's huge. And I want to talk a little bit about Renoa. One of my favorite cards in this entire game.
One of the best cards in Opus 2.
Yeah, one of the best cards in any of the Opuses. And I want to highlight how Renoa was used in this last match. because Renoa is really only useful when you have enough forwards out where your opponent would be taking fatal, but they have enough blockers to block. Now, the blockers are irrelevant in this scenario, correct? Because if you're just going to keep attacking with Renoa, they have to block, or they have to let it through. It's fine if they let it through. You're just one more step closer. That means your overall board state is stronger for having them take that point of damage. If they don't take that point of damage and they break her, well, it's game over. And those are the types of decisions that ice players tend to put you in. We're seeing that all day today. It's the type of decisions where, like, I'm going to attack with Snow, or I'm going to attack with Genesis or Kuja, and they kind of put you in a position where, okay, I need to react, but if I react, I'm going to lose faster.
Correct. It gives you some really tough decisions about whether or not you want to attack, if you want to use your summons or your backups aggressively, because I mean, as we've seen in some of the earlier rounds, is if you make a mistake and become overly aggressive, the swing back is just going to take you out.
Right, and talk to me a little bit more about the fire aspect in that last match. What did you think the fire element brought to that?
Oh, let's see. Well, there was some removal.
The Godot. I mean, not the Godot.
The Vivi into the cloud.
Into the cloud. I mean,
the shell key into the cloud.
Wow, right? Because most players would have just used the Vivi and blasted that. But no, he made a very, very strong play to say, I'm going to blast the other forward, and I'm going to get two of my own guys out.
Correct. And that was huge
tempo.
Play. In a similar sense of like what Alcide can do at times. It was a very strong play.
It's a really good play, and it's great to see that these types of combos are still here with Opus 4 around.
And keep in mind that the table that's being streamed is actually the top table, so it's not a one-off event that these decks were able to come out on top. They earned those spots. We're talking about what was this, round 6?
That was round 5. So these players are 4-0. You know, they're earning their spots up there. So it's great to see that, you know, the matches that we showcase here on the break zone, especially here at the Petit Cup, are the top-rated matches. And so you're seeing progressively the decks that are doing well throughout the tournament. So it's great to see this type of Opus 1 almost. Aggro.
It's reminiscent.
Opus type of game. It's really interesting.
There's definitely some of that. I mean, in the Fire Ice, it was there was Opus 3 with Kuja.
Kuja's doing some work today, isn't he?
He is doing some work.
We don't usually see Kuja. I find Kuja to be really, really resource intensive.
He is completely. So the way it comes off with Kuja is that if you play him, he might be the last forward you want to play. Because what happens is that in the further rounds of the game, in your further turns, you actually want to use his abilities, which is going to actually somewhat tax you into what you can play, because you are going to want to use your backups efficiently in order to pay for his abilities. But as you do that, that restricts you from playing other cards.
Exactly.
But
we have actually seen him, and people aren't relying on him to power their decks. They're more relying on him as a finisher.
He is.
And it's good to see him being used that way, because really you only need one resource. 2, if you want to finish him a turn from now, which is what ice players tend to do, is they think a little bit ahead. But it's interesting to see that he's coming in as the final nail in the coffin.
I'm glad that he's seeing play. There was a lot of hype around him when Opus 3 came out, but after that we kind of saw him fade away. Watching him come in and do the job at this event has been very fun to watch.
It's been awesome. And again, we are having so much fun streaming all of these events, all of these matches for you guys. So thank you. We really do appreciate the love and support that you guys have shown to Break Zone. And you know, we appreciate you guys wanting to spend your time to watch us as we talk about these amazing matches from all these great players here at the Petit Cup. We're going to take a little bit of break before our next round, so stay tuned for Swiss Round 4. My name is some Swiss round 6. Sorry, it's been a lot of rounds today. Swiss round 6. So stay tuned. Again, my name is JT,
And I'm Lawrence.
and we're the Break Zone. So we'll see you guys in just a little bit.
Wow, the aggro, dude.
Yeah. Like, right?